Yeah, exactly. So Couch seemed to be making the play of let's get key items, whereas everyone else is let's get loot. Um, Definitely interesting to see. I haven't seen anybody else make this play before. Now, there was an issue during the race where Couch missed Antlion Cave altogether, so perhaps he's just trying to get that out of the way.
For sure. It's echoing now. All right, so we found the Magus sisters here in the Antlion Cave, which is one of those multiple targets I was talking about. So
yeah, definitely should be lights out in regards to that.
Yep, we found an Earth Hammer in Mist. It looks like Dragondarch is dipping into there. It looks like he changed the color of his menus too.
Yeah, and unfortunately, only a Protect Ring for Couch. Unfortunately.
Oh, that's fine. You still get the experience, still get to loot the whole place. It looks like they got a cursed ring in there too. That'll help if they need to use some sort of crazy agility anchor strats at the end game. There we go. Eizan dipping into Mount Ordeals. He went the front way to pick up the treasures first. Finds Edward and Rubicante sitting on the top. Oh, no, I didn't go the front way. I was just crazy. Oh, no, it's the elements.
No. That's really unfortunate. And by that I mean Edward being at the top of Mount Hobbs. I'm surprised that Eizan picked him up. A lot of people would just nope out of here because it's just a person, but Couch doing the same thing. So hey,
it is pretty important to try to get your five or get any 5 characters as soon as you can. Helps with experience. Helps with just having enough turns to kill some of these early bosses.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a point there. Who was the Sand Ruby character? Great question, Supremacy. We may never know.
Yeah, if no one goes to Kaipo to check it out, then we'll never know. But it is a good idea to try to do that, especially when your character set is as it is right now. You want to try and find those high tier characters.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we do see Dragondarch did go into Octomam's spot and then ultimately just decided, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to raid the treasury first. Maybe he'll dip back into that spot. So I'm not quite sure what he was thinking at that specific point. But Nightdew was through Antlion Cave and got another Protect Ring for himself. Not a key item, but that's okay. So far, no key items for our runners. But with K2 flags, the key items are spread out over a greater radius than, say, the K1 seeds we were running in qualifiers. So we'll definitely see what's going on here as we do see Couch marching into Fabul, and we will see what is in the item shop in Fabul, and that is going to be some ethers, some Cure 2s, definitely important early game. Couch realizing he seemed to be insufficient funds at the ATM, so he's got to do some quick sale-a-thon here to get some important money so that he can afford those Cure 2s, because early Cure 2s are pretty huge. 60 should be enough for him. He's a pretty good runner. So
Nightdew also in Fabul here finds the Lunar dragons, which can be a tough early boss if you don't have any magic. If you hit them with a physical attack, they will wall themselves and start hitting you very hard with viruses. Bounced off walls, so you want to try and use magical attacks to kill him, especially this early. He's got Palom, should be okay.
Exactly. Chat noticing Vitasia saying Cure 2s will be useful for that, so Couch may or may not use them depending on that. The Cure 2s do not trigger any sort of script from the D-Lunars, so definitely good too for those as well.
Yeah, and the lunar dragons being undead creatures, and this being a Final Fantasy game, You do the math.
Yeah, well,
Easy
you got
days.
Edward. You got Edward. You might as well have him throw those cure 2s.
And this kind of goes back to what I was saying before. Just having any characters is good because of the quality of the items in the Japanese version of this game. They can just do anything.
Yeah, they're a little overpowered. I can see why they were not included in the US release, but that's only because they nerfed the bosses in the US release. So I guess
the irony there is when they brought it over to the Americas, they wanted to give us an easier version of the game, but they took out all the OP stuff. So
yeah, it definitely didn't make sense to me. But I only learned about that like many years later. So let's see here. I missed the. Oh, it was a crystal. Well, there we go.
Oh wow!
I totally missed that.
Well, we got ourselves a quick seed here.
Maybe we'll have time to join the community race after all. Yeah. So in this randomizer, or this ROM hack, whatever you would like to call it, there are 2 pieces that you need in order to be able to fight Zeromus. And step 1 is you need the actual crystal, which they have since found. Now they either need the pass or they need the darkness crystal, and they can take the long way and get in their steps for the day and walk to Zeromus like the old way. Have sirens been found yet? Not at this point. They might be still in the underworld. Anything's possible at this point. With these, go ahead, Opta.
It is pretty difficult to try and get strong enough to beat Zeromus if you don't have either underworld access or moon access. There's just not enough experience on the overworld to get you there. So they're going to want to try and keep looking for some key items and see if they can find a higher XP spot. And look at that, we have sirens.
Well, there we go. Question in chat, Alexa LaFay asks, is Edward a good character? Well, it depends on what you define as good. In this case, it was good for Couch because Edward could chuck Cure 2s at D-Lunars, and that's good because he can kill the boss faster. So, in that case, Edward is good. Is he really a good character? I believe some people put him as second worst character overall in the game, but it's all relative at this point.
All right, so we kind of see Nightdew and Couch following mostly the same path here, finding those sirens in Mysidia, and they just need to find some underworld access, and maybe a pass or a darkness crystal, and they're basically good to go. They might want some characters. They're both sitting with 3, and none of them are particularly great at killing Zeromus.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Cecil or DK Cecil is confirmed the worst character because he can really only equip about 3 or 4 things. I did learn he can equip the curse ring, so if you want to make him even worse, definitely do that. But beyond that, he cannot equip any other gear than Black Sword and Black Shield and all those things. So
having Dark Knight Cecil and with the curse ring is fine too, though. If you want to try and get an agility anchor going, give him really low agility, so everyone's relative agility to him is very good, and just kill him off during the fight, and you're good to go.
In these flags, Obda, correct me if I'm wrong, the pass is in scattered amongst all the key items, is that right?
Yeah, it counts as a key item in these flag sets. The league qualifier matches we were doing before, the pass was found in a shop, and it just cost 10,000. It was really easy to get to. These ones you have to actually venture through dungeons to find it.
Okay, appreciate it. Even though I commentated this afternoon, I drew a blank and couldn't remember. So
well, when you're playing different seeds all the time too, it's hard to
it's tough to know all the flags. Nightdew's still running around with 2 characters. Definitely an interesting strategy there, but like you had said earlier, I think you want to beef up your party, even if it is Edward. He can still, hit with that Dreamer Harp for 12 damage or 14 damage.
I believe I have seen a few stacks of samurai arrows and things like that, and they're not great. But if he finds a good bow, maybe the Artemis bow on one of the key item spots, Edward, just give him a berserk, and he can actually do quite a bit of damage.
Exactly.
He's very fast. Is one kind of saving grace.
Something some of our viewers might not have ever seen on Nightdew's side. He is doing a Siren Grind on Ordeals. So the rare spawn in this area are 2 Liliths. This is your best chance at experience in this area. So he's obviously looking to continue on, but definitely needs a little more punch from Palom. Maybe he's trying to get him to level 23 to get Quake. He did just learn Virus. He might continue on with just Virus at that point. As he learns Virus at... Oh, no,
he looks like he's going for Quake.
Yeah.
It's not too much more to get there, so... with Quake, you can do a lot of a lot more areas than you can just with Virus.
No, exactly. Depending on how comfortable he is, and Palom is a bit of a black mage beast. Sorry, Rydia fans. He does scale his magic a lot better than Rydia. He can't cast Bahamut, but when you're wrecking things for 1,000 damage at level 19, that's the dream right there.
Yeah, you want to use Rydia either if you need an archer, and you have a Zeus gauntlet and a heroine robe, and you just need someone to twang that bow, or if you find a Leviathan or a Bahamut summon early, then she can really start taking down enemies. Other than that, Palom's usually going to be their better choice for the early game.
Exactly. Couch at Bagan here, or Bagan, depending on how you say it. Everybody says it a different way. And Dragondarch dipping into the small Troya treasury here. It's getting some pretty sweet items there.
Yep. See a few mid-level items that can help him out.
Yep. Change Rod doesn't hurt.
Yep. Eizan's taken down Pale Dim. Pale Dim's an interesting boss. He absorbs all 3 elemental magics, and counters every physical attack with a slow. He's also weak to weapons that do dragon damage.
Yep. Couch definitely will hopefully pull this off.
No. He gets high-rolled by the left arm.
Eee. Sometimes this randomizer can hurt you.
Yeah.
So that's he might rethink his strategy at this point.
Yeah, that puts Nightdew fairly solidly ahead. He's instead of spending that time trying to fight Bagan there, he's pumped up his characters to a level where that he's not going to have any problems in that fight. It looks like Eizan takes the same death.
Yeah. DD or Dragondarch finding life potions in the regular Troya item shop. So definitely important for later on. He still only has the 2 characters, so definitely interesting there. But definitely good that
raided that spot before. the garden in the back of Troy. I don't think I've ever gone there before.
I think I went there once and was like, yeah, this is too ridiculous. The items that I received were quite poor, but maybe he's done that in the past and done well. So definitely no issues there.
Yep,
he is going to try again. He does have a change rod, which I think is the 4th best rod in the game.
Oh, it's one of the ones that gives 5 wisdom. That's all that really matters. And you're not going to get a Stardust Rod very often, and you're not going to get one of the 10 wisdom rods very often either. So Change Rod is just fine.
Absolutely. Now, interesting that Dancing Dagger is, when used as an item, doesn't count as a physical attack, as a magical attack. So Pale Dim goes down quite easily at that point, and he's going to run into Bagan, and we'll see what happens for Dragondarch. I'm interested to see what he is going to try and do here.
Mm-hmm. I know everyone's kind of wishing they had kept their Stardust that they found in the Antlion Cave for this fight, rather than the easy Maga Sisters fight there.
But it's going to be easy pickings for Nightdew. His Palom's on point. He's got Quake.
He's a duck, and he's going to kill them.
Yeah. It will not be hard. Going to see Couch dive into Castle Eblan or Eblana, depending on which version of the game you play.
And he's probably not too happy about this. He's trying to look for something to prevent him from having to go to Mount Ordeals and strengthening his characters in the same way that Nightdew did.
Absolutely. Bagan, though, giving Dragondarch obviously a tough time. And Hook received for Nightdew's troubles. So definitely interesting choices at this point. If you're a Nightdew, do you continue to grind the overworld, or do you run Hook?
There's not too much left for him to do. He's pretty much has to go.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just realized.
He
Watching four streams is
like,
hard sometimes.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to do Ordeals first. He went up there and he grinded, but he didn't actually finish it. It looks like.
Yes.
Three bosses is a lot of bosses.
Absolutely. Question, Chad, is Sid a good player? Again, it depends on your definition of good. He actually does scale his HP quite well at a higher level. He does have some very good offensive items that are considered common and uncommon. So for these flag sets, he can definitely put out a lot of damage. I would not be surprised to see Sid at the end game at this point. But time will tell.
Yeah, they're not going to give up Sid. They're not going to go looking to get rid of Sid for sure. He's very good. He can, best case, he can get a Artemis bow and Artemis arrows and do a lot of damage. Worst case, you're probably going to find some sort of hammer for him that's going to do enough damage. And
he can equip the rune axe. That's his best weapon. And I saw Couch had one, so
we've already got one, so that's really good then.
So yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if Nightdew picked one up. There are so many treasures; it's tough to catch everything. But got Kinazo at the top here now. Something I only recently learned that Nightdew maybe had not learned, although he's gonna get lucky here. When Kinazo has no water around him, he is extremely weak to ice. But when he gathers the water, he's extremely vulnerable to lightning. So you'll see that lightning do some serious damage there. 1152.
Yeah, he's got a 2 times weakness rather than, you have some bosses that have 4 times weaknesses, so it's still very good. And you definitely want to use lightning while his water is up. That knocks it back down so he doesn't use his wave attack on you.
They sold it. Interesting. I didn't see if Couch sold his, but I did remember seeing it in his inventory at one point. So we do have all of our runners avoiding Hook at this point and continuing up Ordeals, except for Couch, who's clearly looking for some better items.
Back attack Ashura is going to be a little tough.
At this point, yeah, because she'll do Cure 3 and Cure 4 on herself, and it's... with the DPS he's got available, like even Cure 3 doing 1100 there, that's about a quarter of the HP in this spot, roughly speaking. So might not be impossible. Quake might do some serious damage here.
Yep, needs to do 4,000 damage before she cures herself. If you can get 2 quakes off, that should be good enough.
Yeah, big, huge there, 2,000.
Ashura does counterattack pretty much everything with a physical attack.
Yeah.
Can be a bit rough.
Could be, but
pull it off.
Yeah, getting life 1 there, that's pretty big. And if you can lock Ashura into that life 1 sort of cycle there, then you should be good to go. So definitely at this point.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah. Doing that grind at the beginning has definitely paid off so far for Nightdew. So
yeah, that's it. Everyone's kind of in the same area right now, which is really neat. Everyone's kind of figured out what to do.
Exactly. It's not that common, at least 20 minutes into the game, for everybody to be in the exact same spot. Looks as though it's a vanilla Black Cat Lamia spot.
Yeah.
But Couch has hourglasses, so shouldn't be that difficult. And we are going to see the key item on Nightdew's side, which is going to be the...
Ooh. Now, are we going to see, with that Darkness Crystal, are we going to see him go to the moon and do some grinding there?
Well, first, He's got to run into his buddy Golbez here, which thankfully only has 1,000 HP, so should be pretty easy to take down.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow's going to come out. Unfortunately, this is a little bit of a long cut scene. Shadow's going to come out and kill one of them, leaving 2 alive. In a perfect world, it's Sid or Yang who go down, because I would just use Palom to take care of him here.
A virus should do it, yeah.
Yeah. He absolutely, chat. It's definitely possible that he is just going to try and grab somebody else and go, but they need to either A, find Cure 3s, or B, find a white mage, even if it's, dare I say, Tella.
I don't even think Tello would be good enough at this point. He just does not have enough MP. And I don't think anyone's found a stacks of ethers. Maybe, but I don't know if anyone bought any.
Yeah, no, they would definitely have to go back. But this Quake should take care of Golbez there, and definitely does. And Nightdew is through there without a problem. On DD's side, almost had enough damage on Ashura, but Ashura does a full heal, so he just nopes out, and maybe he's just going to try it again here. See what's going on.
No, looks like he's piecing out.
Oh, not the right play, unfortunately.
Well, he's only got 2 characters. He might be looking to get a third. He left Edward behind. Maybe he's looking to get him before he starts grinding up, or maybe he's looking for another answer.
Yeah. Grandra, Edward was at Mount Hobbs. Thank you, Mr. Ubik, for answering that question. And we do see another Lilith grind. Again, this is the first time I've seen this grind appear. Definitely appears to be a smart play. So I'll have to remember that for future when I don't have anywhere else to go.
It's especially good when you find you have to find early sirens to do it, but it's especially good with Palom because hitting Quake is such a huge breakpoint in the game. You can do all of the overworld and most of the underworld just with Quake in hand. Yeah.
We do know that Sid is in the Baron Inn, so all of our runners should know that at this point in regards to that. Hopefully. You never know. It's tough to say, but so far this is shaping up to be a potentially jetty seed there for Nightdew, who is in go mode. He is going to dip Eblin Cave, I believe, to look for his free character there.
Yep, so he could either go to the underground with that and do the standard egg grind, or he can just grab the character, go to the moon, grab the other character. He'll have 5, doesn't matter who they are, and just grind off of either King Ryu's or just some lunar bosses and the treasure chest on the moon surface.
Yep, definitely Quake making the difference there as Nightdew neums over to Eblin Cave. For those of you who might not know, if you actually hold down Y while you're in the hovercraft, it goes into Super Saiyan mode and you go like twice as fast. Some people didn't know that, so I like to point it out to them. That would... Go ahead.
I also saw Nightdew take the slow path across the rocks. You can actually go a little bit closer to the edge there before going onto the rocks. Not a big deal. I just like pointing it out because it's funny.
Oh no, hey, that's all good. Oh, and now I've lost his stream.
DD trying another attempt at Ashura, just trying to use... Oh, I see what he's doing. He's got viruses, and what he's doing is he's... Oh, okay. Well, he's bouncing viruses off the wall, not for any particular reason, but he's using 2 star veils on Yang, so it bounces the wall back onto Ashura, and now he should be able to kill him because she won't be able to heal anymore.
Definitely a good strategy there to employ. If you don't have a character who can cast a wall, a double star veil or a double moon veil, depending on what you have, is definitely a smart play, and does take down Ashura. So definitely good there.
And Wells brings up a good point. He used it the first virus on the wall, even though sure it wasn't walled yet because she counterattacks everything, so it skipped the counterattack. I just didn't catch that, but I'm glad someone did.
Thanks, Wells JC, for that update. We appreciate your diligence in watching everything here on RPG Limit Break. And well,
all of Twitch.
And all of Twitch. Let's not give him too much credit.
Okay.
He might have an ego, I heard. And it's Kidia.
We
Kidia
got Kitty
at the edge
Dublin
spot.
cave.
Oh, that is probably not what Nightdew wanted to see.
No, there's not really any good way to use her right now.
No.
No one's got a good bow. I think there's some good arrows, but no good bows, no heroine robe, and nothing like that to really speed things along.
Well, you are absolutely right, Vitasia. Kidia is a white mage who learns a total of 3 white spells.
I don't think Cure One's going to cut it, yeah.
Yeah, Cure 1, Hold, and Sight, I believe. Are whether she's level 1 or level 99, those are the only 3 white spells she learns. So,
well, not level 1. She doesn't learn them all at level 1, but...
Well, at level, let's say level 10.
10, yeah, I think is when she learns the last ones.
Yeah. I want to be accurate out there,
Yep. It's very relevant,
It's extremely. Those Cure 1s might be life and death, you never know. Margaret Ann, she does actually have black magic. Her black magic spells continue to increase. She doesn't gain the level 2 spells until she becomes adult Rydia, but she will learn level 3 spells at I can't remember the levels off the top of my head, but she will learn the level 3 spells. It's hilarious.
In the 40s, I think.
No,
late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah. Nope, she does not learn Cure 2, G-Bomb. Kidia is wonderful early game if you find Bahamut, but her level progression is low, her HP curve is low. She learns Weak at like level 48 is ridiculous. She learns Nuke at 55. Nobody's got time to go to level 55, so...
Yeah.
Bacchus Wine's in the... I believe he's in the Evelyn shop there, so he'll want to pick some of those up while he's around.
Oh, he actually sells the curse ring, not opting into any sort of agility anchor sort of style. He probably is thinking that he needs the money now, and Sid is going to be just fine in the middle.
Thank you, Rivers, for pointing that out. I apologize to chat. She will learn Nuke at level 50 if you do bring her along.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few differences between the English and Japanese in terms of what level characters get spells. We spent so long playing the League Qualifier seeds, which were used Japanese character stats, but these ones are the English ones.
Yeah, thank you, Rivers, for pointing that out. Yeah, seems like a bit of a jet seed there, Rivers. At this point, Nightdew's been in go mode for about 10 minutes. Still trying to figure out what he wants to do. He is going to trigger the moon at this point.
Yep, so he's got his character. He's going to go to the Crystal Palace and pick up his last character, figure out some way to get enough experience, which there are many, and he's just going to go straight to Zeromus and see if we can get a sub-hour seed, which is very likely right now.
Yep. Unless there's a troll character on the moon, like Duplicate Edward, perhaps.
That could be very bad for him,
Yeah.
Duplicate anyone would be very bad. There's only one duplicate character. There's 13 spots to get characters and 12 characters, so there's one that is duplicated.
And if he doesn't find Cure 3s on the moon, then
he's gonna have a bad time. Yeah.
It's then that's where the cream sort of rises to the top. What now? I've got all these characters, but really no way. I'd have to really overgrind and overlevel, which is a possibility, and you could potentially take it down. Like, say, you go into the 60s with those 4 characters. Is that a possibility?
Maybe, but that would take way longer than just checking a few more spots. Once you get into this, like the late 50s, getting that much experience is pretty hard.
It is?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, the duplicate was already seen, Palom and Kaipo.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay. Couch is finally going to be rewarded for his trip up ordeals with the Darkness Crystal. He'll be super excited about that, I'm sure.
Eizan wasting no time, just going straight to the moon instead of doing prep work on the ground first.
Hey, I don't blame him, but we are going to see who is going to be in the lunar layer here.
Yeah, DD doing the same thing.
Let's hope for a non-white mage, because we want the seed to continue.
Oh no!
Oh baby, is Kidia?
Apparently was Porum in Kaipo.
Oh, so
Maybe.
it is It's Porum and Kaipo.
Maybe.
Yarnoko?
It could be. I there could be two duplicates. I think there's only one though.
Yeah, no, there's
I could
only
be
one
just wrong about
duplicate.
that. Yeah.
It's like me telling the twins apart is impossible. So,
But potentially, Porum and Kaipo would be very, very good.
but finding the sand ruby might be
Very, very difficult. Yeah.
so. Game turning out to be a little bit of a trolley seed. Like here, you're in go mode, but good luck with your characters.
Yeah.
There, no Kane at this point. No Cecil. You got Sid. You got Yang. Could tough it out. Edward could take a nap. It's definitely a possibility.
I definitely wouldn't feel comfortable with this team for sure. Yeah, it looks like Nightdew is looking to fight the jellyfish. This is a tough fight normally, but with the hourglasses, you can make them stop. You can raise all your characters, and you can kill them one by one. And using the life glitch, you can get a lot of experience from this one fight.
Absolutely. Or as I used to call them, the hair dryers growing up.
The hair dryers, yeah. Oh, he actually does too much damage with the quake. I don't think he was looking to do that.
No, I don't think so either. But, you know.
Picks up a tiara for his troubles.
Who was the hook boss?
It was Baigen.
It was Baigen. It was Baronin, that's right.
Yeah, Lunar Dragons in Baigen.
Yeah, so the only way underground at this point is through Hook. So
that's true. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else.
The boss in Eblin Cave was Yang. So
they could actually try and fight some lunar bosses to try and find the magma key, if they wanted. But I don't think that's really what you want. You got thwarted by the duplicate Rydia in the crystal cave. You don't have a white mage. You're gonna have to do some more things before ending the game.
And we do see. I want to say this is a mistake on DD's side, but he has triggered 2 red worms. Although maybe not. Maybe he knows what he's doing. Unfortunately,
it's a reset, so I'm not sure he's.
Yeah.
He's going into the other cave to do this. I've never seen anyone do this. Oh, I see. He's using a siren. Yeah,
he used a siren. I'm not quite sure why he used it outside. Maybe he thought, because there's still red worms inside. So
he's trying to find a good fight to do.
Yeah, he would need to actually go into the subterranean itself to find the golden dragon or King Ryu, depending on what version you play.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of improvising, unsure of what to do.
Yeah, and this is definitely a totally legitimate.
Absolutely, like what do you? This is you're scrounging for resources right now. You know where you go. Everyone is in the same situation. You're trying to find the best way to get to the end, and everything seems to be blocking you.
Exactly. So what do you? It begs the question: do you go up ordeals? Do you get Edward? Like not ordeals, sorry, Mount Hops, because DD hasn't done that. He is going to go and pick up Sid, though. And he's hoping maybe that'll have a magma key and that'll solve his problem. So unfortunately, we know that's not the case.
It sort of is the case. He's looking for some way into the underground, and he's going to get the hook of it, so...
Yeah.
He's not going to be happy that it's the hook and not the magma key, but at least he has a direction after that.
Exactly. So
Looks like Couch opting to keep the curse ring instead rather than Nightdew selling his.
Yeah, he probably feels like agility is going to be huge. I would anticipate Couch going into this with this party, and he's going to pull out all the tricks. He's going to be very sad at this point when he goes up to find Rydia, but we will see how that goes. And he might just roll with it. You never know. So
they're gonna look to probably do the dwarf castle right away. They still need a 5th character. It's a quick spot as long as you can fight the bosses, which with Quake you can absolutely do. And they're looking for a Fusaya or an Edge or something, or a White Mage to kind of get him to the end here.
Absolutely. We see Nightdew in Tower of Babel.
Actually, opening a lot of chests.
Yeah, he might. These are some great questions. I'm going to have to ask what the thought process is here. I don't see opening chests as being huge at this point.
He's looking for the trap chest so he can get some experience, I believe.
No, see, that's why you're here, Opta. You're going to answer the tough questions, the ones I can't seem to get to. So Nightdew does find the Format Ogre trap chest fight there, so he'll be able to get some experience if he has the life potions, which he does have 40 of. So what you can do in this game, even with glitches off, this life glitch seems to be above or beyond the realm of being able to be taken out of the game. So when an enemy dies, although he didn't use it there, you can...
He's not going for it. This is good to do that on if you're really low level. He's already gotten a lot of experience on the moon and that kind of thing, so he's not really looking for experience. I think he must be just looking more for the ultra rare item that will be in the trap chest. Well, let's see what it is. Shuriken. Oh, it's not what he was looking for.
Well, hey, it's money.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
Yeah, those sell for I think 12.5. So, hey, money's important in this game. Need all the GPs.
Also, if you're willing to do that trap chest, you can pick up all the chests along the way to the boss here, and these are higher tier treasures than most of the overworld stuff. So
no, exactly. So definitely not the wrong play for sure to do that. Fortunately, on Nightdew's side here, still some challenges there. Couch picking up some more life potions here. I think he's selling to buy some more here. Definitely, again, you can't have too many life potions, especially I anticipate Couch abusing that privilege in regards to that, but we will definitely see.
Yeah. We see DD going into Evelyn Cave now. He's actually trying to avoid the trap chest. He actually found the monster and just pieced out and then ignored it, which was probably a good choice, considering nothing was found in either of the chests.
No, exactly. If I'm him, I'm just like, all right, that one I avoid, and I'll pick up all the rest. So. Yeah,
especially because right at the beginning, you can just easily just hit the reset button and not worry too much about it.
I agree, Rivers. You'd really have to be on point with everything to do it, but it's not impossible. Just really difficult.
Ooh, we see Bahamut in the King and Queen Evelyn spot here. Not that bad a boss.
Yeah. Like Rydia got reflect up, so should be pretty free at this point.
Yeah, and on top of that, you get a free heal right after this before fighting the next boss. No experience for that one, but it'll be interesting to see if he goes back to save or not. Ooh, Yang as the Rubicante boss.
Yeah.
going back to
very unfortunate. But yeah, I would definitely go back to save because he is not going to be fun in that spot.
He's not going to mess around, that's for sure.
No. So definitely, at first looked to be a very jetty seed, but now some gatekeepers have been thrown up, things of that nature. We'll see if Couch can get back into it. He's just getting his Lunar Whale now. As Dragondarch finding the bad news that, oh look, it's my twin Rydia. Very unfortunate. We're gonna see Nightdew run into Karate Man now. Although he didn't hit that bad.
Nope, the kick seemed to be fine. He might just be okay here. It's going to be quite a few quakes. Yeah. He's doing about 2k per hit. It'll take about 10 quakes to kill him. He might run out of MP. That might be a problem for him. But he's also got Sid dishing out damage with the Bacchus. Yang to a lesser extent too.
Yeah, so not nearly as difficult as I would have thought, but definitely good with Yang. With the Bacchus wine as well there in regards to that. Shouldn't be too bad.
Looks like he's just going purely for fighting strats, and it looks like his the regular attack from the boss isn't doing that much either, so he should be just fine.
Question in chat, there were no overworld coffins. Not that I saw, Rivers, but to say that I looked at all the shops, I'd be lying to you, so...
They got sirens really early, so coffins would have been a premium, at a premium, so they probably would have picked them up if there were any. I didn't see any either, but it's tough to keep track.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just gonna be a grindy fight. Keep Palm alive. Keep Sid alive. Keep Yang alive. It should be okay.
He's actually even trying to keep Rydia alive. He wants that experience for her. Because she's such a low level, getting a high experience boss like this, if she's 10 levels lower than the median of the other characters, then she'll get triple experience. So he wants that huge boost.
Definitely useful. Couch is gonna dip into the Hummingway Cave here and find illusions, and probably doesn't need those. So. Gets out of there. He's going to go and see that he's going to get trolled yet again.
Yeah.
It's Crystal Palace.
It's easy to get disheartened when these kinds of things happen, but you just have to remember that, everyone probably had to go through this and see instance 2 of green-haired little girl. And you just got to think, I'm probably not that far behind because everyone probably did the same thing.
Exactly. So, I'm interested to see what Couch is going to do in this situation. Yang is down on Nightdew's side, so we're probably going to see some scrambled eggs from Nightdew.
Oh, we see Couch approaching, going into the Lunar Subterranean. Let's see if he actually does it. I'll be pretty hype if he does.
Get ready to be hype. Couch will not troll you. He is going to go big or go home. He's deciding, I will level up on the way down and figure things out. And,
and if not, I'll have key items that no one else has, likely. And maybe that'll lead to what we need. They already found the crystals, so it's not gonna be exactly that huge of an advantage, but this could just be the faster way to get the experience you need, and that might just be the winning play. We'll see.
It absolutely is. Definitely a bold strategy, as some other people taking some more safe plays in regards to that, but we will definitely see. He's going to Siren, I believe. Here is where the 3 Warlocks. No, that's not what
he's got to go a bit farther down.
Yeah.
The room where you split off and go to where the Wyvern spot is the one you want for the 2 dragons.
The 2 dragons.
He definitely doesn't want to fight Tricksters. It looks like he doesn't remember which one it is, but that's fine. Yeah. This is pretty uncommon.
Yeah. This is definitely not the normal play, but I did see, I forget who did this in the afternoon race. Somebody grinded on gold dragons for a little bit.
It's really good because you can use life strats and get around 100,000 per fight, with the double experience, which is quite a bit better than doing eggs, but you can kill eggs way faster.
It was Magus who did it. Thank you so much for helping out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but definitely they're huge experience. I think using the life glitch, you get something like 180,000 experience out of killing the two of them. So yeah. So it's pretty hype. It's pretty huge. He just needs to realize that he's not actually down a floor and he went into another cave, and now he'll go down a floor.
Oh yeah, that's way better. I thought it was 30 for both, but it's 30 for each.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah,
there's what he
wants.
wants.
Found it now. Yeah.
He is much happier now. And they are susceptible to Hourglass, so they will do their initial attacks. He can pick up Rydia out of the ashes there, and
he's not going to run into the issue where he's going to kill them quite a bit.
Exactly. Val gatekeeping at the first spot without Kane. This becomes challenging to say the least.
He's just boxing everyone, and
he's gonna try, because it's boxing Rydia. That's a bold strategy. We'll see how that plays out. Oh, geez.
I definitely wouldn't have done that. It's not gonna do any damage, and he doesn't have that boxes.
No, exactly. Miss. It's gonna be tough. Yang's gonna have to do most of the heavy lifting here.
He's got a Dragon Whip, but she's got 300 health. I'm pretty sure she's not high enough level to hit her.
No, exactly. So definitely tough. Couch still struggling with this grind, but once he gets him down, it's going to be blue skies and green pastures.
We can only hope. The problem is he doesn't have any good physical damage to try and take one down at a time.
No, that's very true.
Yeah.
But hey, that's
it's still 60,000 experience. So.
Yeah. 60,000 is nothing to laugh at. Rydia only gains 31 levels. No big deal.
No problem.
No problem. So next time he'll hit the sirens, and this will be a much easier fight. Cutter and I think 31. I think that's one of the highest numbers I've ever seen for a level up for characters. So, and funny, she's up 31 levels, still only 742 HP. So it's very sad. Very sad.
I think the only one I've seen higher was an actual D machine grind with a level 1 character. Gained something like 50 or something levels.
I see. Yeah, definitely, probably a mistake at this point. Val is just gonna toast your party.
Yeah, he's in a tough spot. And that spot has something. 1, 2, 3. He's got a decent amount of HP. You can't just go at her with a little bit of damage and try and win.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, he has switched. He hasn't Bacchus Rydia this time. Learning from the last time at least. Both Eizan and Dragondarch at the karate fight, so they will definitely follow. But it appears as though Nightdew is through. Was able to take down Val. Congratulations to him.
Ooh, and he gets a free fight for the Golbez fight here. He's got the In Guards at Baron, which are susceptible to hourglasses, or basically every status effect you can possibly use on them.
And the reward, our old friend Tala.
Oh god.
Oh.
Hey, he casts white magic, and they have ethers, I think.
And he went up ordeals, so
yeah. So he's got Cure 4 and 90 MP and.
Yep, it's well, there you go, and he's doing what he does best, doing the dirt nap. So
yeah, Supremacy says it opens up D machines, but he's got sirens. He doesn't need to do D machines. He needs white magic as really what's gating everyone right now.
Yeah, Couch did another grind and now is deciding to come out. I think he might just be going to the heal pots, maybe. because it would be easier to cast Exit at this. So.
He doesn't have exit.
Oh yeah, that's right. So many white mages, so little time.
Everyone needs the white mage. Yeah, he's taking a nap in his big whale though.
Well, you know, take the free nap. Oh my goodness, this seed. This seed is mean.
It was deceptively trolling. You know, those are the ones that, oh, Wyvern's blocking everything. Yeah, obviously I'm gonna hate my life. But this one was like, here's a crystal. I'm just gonna put that right in front of you.
Yeah. And the darkness crystal. We'll give you that too.
But you can't have the things you need to make this fight easy.
This would be an invenerable seed. I would have loved to have seen him actually take this on and see what he would have done. It is pouring, baby. You got Sand Ruby, so...
Oh, he got the Sand Ruby, so that's a little 5-year-old white mage that'll help him carry himself to the end.
Exactly. So, I don't blame Nightdew in this spot.
This is exactly what he needs. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Tella. You're great and you're wonderful, but you're you're not for me.
He might actually just get rid of Rydia for her.
Yeah, for all her troubles. True go mode.
Yeah, I think Tella's actually better than Rydia in this spot. It'll be interesting to see who he knocks out.
Yeah, we'll find out here in just a moment. While Eizan on his side is going to go into Dwarf Castle here.
It does take out Tella.
Bye, old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Tella can be a nightmare on his own, so better just not have him around. It's definitely a seed.
Oh yeah, no, he needs. Okay, I got it now. He has and a Zeus Gauntlet. He's gonna use that to do his grind. It'll be a lot faster.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's right. Toasted Zergling, twin powers activate in the form of killing a big boss.
And we see Eizan facing down Valvalis here, kind of with the same problem, that he doesn't really have a way to damage her. These fights, you know you're in for a slugfest, but you just gotta push through, and it's probably not gonna be better to try and find another way around. I stumbled there because I saw Dragondarch selling the Dragon Whip, and I think he might want that.
He might. He doesn't realize it now, but
yeah.
But he probably wants that. He wants a redo, you know, a do-over.
Mm-hmm.
Upco Edward is winning. Martha SK, welcome to the chat. Welcome to this amazing race, this Highway to the Zemus-Zone League match. I'm just going to take a quick moment out here. Shoutouts to our forerunners. Shoutouts to Supremacy037 doing the tracking, amazingly keeping that up to date. Scala Kitty in the background doing the amazing restreaming. And to my co-commentator, Obdajr Jr. Please give them all a follow. They're all amazing, wonderful people. And now you can see some eggs being melted on Dragondarch's side.
Yeah, it looks like he's not having any problems despite selling that whip.
No, exactly. He bought coffins were in Kaipo, so...
that's what he's doing instead, yeah.
Yeah, but he's only got 12 sirens. I don't think that's going to be enough, especially since he doesn't have a white mage in his party, so... Yeah,
he's doing a preliminary grind so he doesn't have Porum yet. He knows he needs white magic before he wins, so he's just doing a little prep work to make these fights easier.
Couch going in YOLO style. He has no time to save, so let's just slow Yang down and let's take him out. So we see that there. It's not that I'm ignoring Nightdew or Dragondarch, but I mean, you can see what they're up to at this point. The game practically tells itself at this point.
Yeah.
Make omelet, break eggs. Make omelet, break eggs. Rinse, repeat. So,
yep.
Nope, that's true. Supremacy. Couch did get some levels on the moon, so It's not nearly as dire as I'm making it out to be, but you gotta hype it up a little bit.
The Yang fight is going to go a lot better for him. His Iridia has Virus, so he's got 2 Black Mages firing spells, and he's got more strength on his fighters to do more damage. He doesn't have to use a bunch of Cure 2s to keep himself alive.
Yep. No, absolutely. You might as well. We don't. For those who run the US version, we never knew about this grind spot until Free Enterprise came along. So.
Well, we didn't have sirens either.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we didn't know about the spot. So yeah, looks as though DD dipping into the Tomra treasury and getting not rewarded.
No, there was not much there. The item shop didn't give him anything either, so that was a waste of time. But it's not a bad check. It's enough stuff there to justify going there. Usually.
Fair enough, Invenerable. Fair enough. The puns are real. Oh, geez. So we do see DD dipping into Feymarch here. I wonder what he's looking for.
Yeah, he's looking for that sweet key item spot, and then maybe find a pink tail or something to carry him through.
Yep. Maybe sweet Cure 3.
Yep. He might be looking at the bosses to see if there's any free ones to get some more experience that way.
Yep.
Unfortunately, he finds a legend sword, which is basically useless.
Yep. Unfortunately, very useless. And Couch is able to take down the Karate Man. He's very excited about that, I'm sure. So much he's trying to run away from the Karate Man.
Around the same time, Eizan takes down the Golbez spot and finds his Tella and his Sound Ruby, so he can go grab Porom if he checked that. He'll probably go check anyways. He's really looking for that white mage.
Yeah. Definitely doesn't hurt at this point. DD and Knight are having a mirror match. They were. Then DD decided I want some more items. So definitely, again, unfortunately not being rewarded with some pally armor and a black sword. So unfortunate there, but
nope, he's making the correct choice to go to the Dwarf Castle now.
Yep. DevChand, all of our runners are currently in go mode. They've been in go mode for about 20 minutes, I would say, at least.
It depends. Go mode's a little tricky in this game because there's 2 strict requirements. You have to get the crystal, you have to get away to get to the moon, but then there's all these soft requirements of you need to actually be able to beat the last boss, which is not something you see in something like Link to the Past Randomizer, where as long as you're good enough, you can just fight the last boss with nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately in FE, you do need some sort of a party, and that either means having Cure 3s, having at least one white mage, and definitely they're severely underleveled.
Yeah.
I mean, they're working on that now, but...
Yeah. And it's a little more complicated than that, but yeah, basically.
Eizan trolling us for a second, had Dismiss Rydia clicked.
Oh, he actually got rid of her. He had the Dragon Whip equipped, saw it, and thought I made the choice that I probably would have made, and regretted. He wants to use Tella as an agility sync with that Curse Ring, which, could be okay. If you're using some sort of Big Bang nerf strategy, you don't need as many levels. It's very easy to do if you have a 0 agility or very low agility Tella. Maybe he's going that route.
I think he might be going D Machine Gun route. He moved weak up to the top.
Oh, interesting. That'll be good to see.
I have seen Eizan make this play before and do a D Machine Grind, maybe just because he's familiar enough with it.
Yeah, for sure. I could see that.
And if you're good at it, you can definitely run down the experience a lot faster than with Sirens, if you're good at it. But now that he realizes Sirens are in this shop, maybe... I'm not quite sure at this point what he's going to do. He's going to sell some stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely would be, but considering that we're 1 hour in, and the most anyone has is what, 4 or 5 key items? It's very surprising.
Yeah.
Usually on a 5 of 17 siege, you'd be done by now. So. Absolutely, chat. It is really unfortunate. They will definitely be able to see this VOD once this race is over, right here at RPG Limit Break. Again, shoutouts to all the staff who put together this race, while we see a bunch of selling and a bunch of egg grinding here. And we see Eizan take the leisurely stroll on the hovercraft down into Eblin Cave. And we do see Couch looking for things.
Always got to look for things.
Always gotta look for things.
Oh, I saw on Couch's camera. He's got he did not like the look of that Valvalis.
He's like, oh goody, I am super excited. Oh, that happens sometimes. That happens sometimes. It's not the end of the world.
And it's only been an hour and 3 minutes, but this seems like a grueling seed to go through. Just everything you want to do just kind of doesn't work out, and you haven't had a good fighter the whole way through. You've been relying on quaking everything to death, even when it's not quite enough.
Exactly. Unfortunately, Couch not able to get the virus off there in time before Valvalis went into the spin, and we will see the good times roll as Nightdew continues to level up his characters. He's in the mid-40s at this point. DD leveling up as well.
They don't have very good defensive equipment for their white mage or their black mage, any of their squishy characters, so they need to go a little farther than what you would normally do to try and beat Zeromus. Also, they don't have 10 key items, so you're only getting normal amounts of experience here rather than the double.
Yeah, it is definitely not the fight they wanted, and not the seed that they wanted, but it is what they got. So
we see Eizan actually going to the moon rather than doing his normal grinding or the egg grinding.
Interesting. So I thought he moved weak, but ended up not going D-machine grind after all.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is his first time at the moon, though, so maybe he's hoping.
Nope, he's been here once before. He's got the character spot at least. It didn't pop out at him.
Oh yes, that's right. So it looks as though he is going to moon grind, perhaps.
Well, without the pass, this might actually be a better idea. You get their experience along the way rather than in
but I guess
the underground.
Yep, because he did pick up Horm, correct?
Yes. At least as long as the tracker is right, and I think it is.
Perfect. So he's not happy with his party, but at this point, it's just what you got. So you move.
Yep.
You move forward. I'm also very curious, Rivers, how Eizan is going to play this out. I think he knows though where those gold dragons are, so definitely look to see how many of those he takes down. He'll get.
He's also the one that took Rydia out of his party, so that Dragon Whip would also do very well against the Kingaroos. And he can't do that either, so he's probably gonna use weak and hit them to kill them. That's why he moved the weak down.
That would make sense.
Oh, actually, it looks like he's going to the double lunar or D-lunar spot first to get that sweet 100,000 experience.
Definitely also a smart play if it's an easy boss there, which we will find out in just a moment. First, he's going to save, which again...
Well, he's just saving and going back.
Yeah. Liam Charger, the expected time is really seed dependent. You can have seeds go as short as 20-25 minutes. This one's probably going to be at least a half an hour at this point until we get a winner. Could be sooner, but
no, it looks like it looks like Nightdew is about ready to go.
Oh, really? so much action going on. I totally missed. He was making omelets for days.
Yeah, he's probably got enough life on Porum where he feels comfortable that he can Zeromus with what he's got.
Might be
Still-
just making one last check here to see
Yep.
if he can get a pass. But he should remember
No,
that.
there wouldn't. Yeah, there's no pass here. He has to go to the moon. I think he's just realizing that now.
Yeah. And we do see Couch deciding to kick Kidia out of the party. So he's got an old man and 2 pretty easy guards. So definitely not the end of the world there. But again, he stocked up on hourglasses. And again, taking another dirt nap. So business as usual for
I'm curious to see what he's going to do with those hourglasses. He's kind of ready to go.
Yeah. I think Nightdew's forgotten that he'll need to take the walk.
As soon as we go in there now.
Well, he went to Silvera.
I think he's just checking all the item shops
I
to make sure he didn't miss anything.
Fair enough. So Couch and DD actually are going to pick up Sand Ruby and be in the same position, so they will have caught up to Nightdew. I fully expect both of these runners, being pretty good runners, to definitely make the plays, and this might be a lot closer than we think.
I don't think DD has done his grind yet. He's got enough to where he can fight the underground bosses, but I don't think he's up in the 40s yet.
Yeah, no. Couch getting the Sand Ruby is probably super pumped. He's like, there's got to be someone better.
Yep.
Someone better than Tella, please. Please be Rosa. Please be Porn. Please be somebody.
Fusia would work too at this point. You got enough Ether 2s to carry you through.
Yep. And you've defeated enough bosses at this point that you should
definitely.
have enough HP.
Yeah. Actually, have they? They haven't actually fought that many, have they? 1, 2, 3.
8?
10 at most?
10 at most,
They need 17 to fully power Tella. That might actually have been not enough.
Yeah. But he's super happy. Eizan was trying to grind on Gold Dragon, but I got all hyped with DD and Couch here being in sync that I didn't realize what had happened to him, so I apologize. It's so hard. And kicks Rydia out of the party, and I didn't see who Couch got rid of. I assume he got rid of Tella.
He got rid of Rydia.
He got rid of Rydia. Interesting.
Yeah. I think Nightdew keeping Rydia was the right choice. It let him grind a lot faster than these other three are going to be able to, and just give him an edge here. And now he's making his final run down to Zeromus.
Yep. But Couch and DD not far behind, as they're going to... Couch is going to equip up here as best he can with his girl Porum there. It's like, sorry, Palom, you get crappy gear, so your twin sister can get better gear. Sorry about your luck. And DD has decided he is going to do some more grinding, which is definitely...
Yeah, no, he definitely needed to. He's not nearly high enough yet. And he just picked up Porum, so he doesn't really have anyone that can survive Big Bang other than his 2 fighters, and they can't really do much on their own.
You are definitely right, Rivers. Couch looks levels light, but knowing the man for as long as I have, that hasn't stopped him from making crazy plays.
Yeah, and now with Porum in hand, he's probably going to try to get her some experience. Obviously, before going in, she needs Cure 4 before it's even worth it to have grabbed her, right? So,
yeah. Nightdew might be in the lead, but again, it is Zeromus, and he might not be familiar with this party, playing this party before, so it's not your standard, berserk, whole day and win. So.
Yep. On the other hand, Nightdew is a veteran here, so we'll likely be able to see a fairly clean fight. But there's it's Zeromus. Anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. So, definitely going to be interesting. Guesses on Zeromus. We'll probably get to that once we get a little bit closer.
There are so many sprites now; it's hard to
Yeah.
guess and get it right. But
Yeah, I've heard there are something over 120 sprites now. So
no, way more than that. There was 183 new sprites.
Oh, geez.
That came in just a little while ago.
I did not realize Becamus was a sprite river. That would be interesting.
Becamus is great. I like that one.
Oh, there are more than 250. Well, Scala, then that is basically like the lottery at that point. Basically like the lottery. So yeah. I won't even play the guessing game anymore. I didn't realize it was that many. I'm just interested at what's going to happen here, as Nightdew is coming into final battle here. Unfortunately, no music for this seed, folks. So really sorry.
Oh yeah, we didn't get the twin harp.
Yeah, no twin harp means no music. So sadness. Maybe it'll be an old sprite like Mike Tysomus. That's my favorite sprite.
Yeah. I had a giant pink puff today.
Nice. That's always good. So we will definitely see. Again, levels are all right. Porum a little bit low on the HP. 1800 could be susceptible to an unnerfed Big Bang.
And I don't think he has any good equipment to mitigate it either. So.
No.
Ooh.
And
nice little 150 first Pokemon.
It's Mewmist. Mew. Womp womp. Well, not womp womp, but...
No, it's great.
I wanted to see a new sprite. I've fought Mewmist.
Fair enough.
Before, so... That's all good. But opening nuke on Porum actually drops Porum. So Nightdew in some trouble.
In some trouble already, yeah.
Because Big Bang, I didn't see if that got nerfed or not.
It did.
It did. So hopefully should be able to pick up Porum. But again, Yang and Sid doing what they do. Rydia just gonna hang out. Use the Cure 3 on Porum. You only got one of those, so...
Yeah, I think he was going around to all the shops trying to find Cure 3s, because that's kind of one of those safety items that's very nice to have for an underlevel party.
Absolutely. We'll see if Porum gets off the Cure 4 before Mewmist's next Big Bang and is able to get that off successfully. So
yep, and he's direct casting spells onto Zeromus here to get him to nerf every single time rather than just tanking the big hit. Oh, but another nuke on Porum. He's having some rough luck.
Oh, that is statistically very unlucky. Did not totally drop her, but with Big Bang behind and her really crappy items. Or, sorry, not items, armor and weapons, she's going to be down just by enough. Now at this point, you gotta wonder, Palom's low, Rydia's low. Are you gonna get enough DPS out of Sid and Yang to push into phase 2?
He definitely doesn't have top tier damage right now. He's got Yang, which always kind of does 2,000 no matter what level he's at, and Sid, who's got, I think, an Ogre Axe, doing like about 1,100 per hit. He's got a long road ahead of him.
Inveterable, if she had a really great helmet and ring, then how come she's on the floor all the time? That's all I'm going to say. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he's got, like a Protect Ring or Diamond Ring or something.
It's Wizard Hat and I think Protect Ring. So
no, Wizard Hat's not that great.
You heard it here first, Invariable. Wizard Hat not that good.
Not that good.
Rydia taking a nap for Nightdew. This is definitely a clinchy kind of fight here for him. definitely not going by the book, that's for sure. But Cure 4 on 4 characters, much better than 5, so they will at least get full heals. And did get tipped into phase 2, so...
Yeah, tiara. I couldn't remember if she had a tiara or not. She's got the tiara, that's a very good hat to have.
Oh, she is wearing the tiara. Well, joke's on me, Venerable. Jokes on me. Definitely jokes on me. So, but still, very clinchy fight. Mumis there hitting the black hole, meaning you have to reset up Berserk on Yang and Sid, which could definitely do that. It's so tough and bearable. Four streams are going on. I'm bound to miss something. It is interesting that some of them have decided to go the Gold Dragon grind reroute, but since they know that they're walking down anyways, you might as well just do it here. It's pretty easy peasy at this point. We'll see if this Big Bang from Nightdew actually causes some issues.
Looks like he's successfully nerfing them, so as long as the nuke doesn't hit Porum, that's like the scary thing. If it hits anyone else, he should be fine with the setup.
Yeah, exactly. So, so far still okay. Again, Black Hole resetting Yang and Sid, so they'll have to reapply Berserk again. And they do lose that ability after these attacks, so we will reset that up, and hopefully take care of some issues there in regards to that. Couch learning the hard way that the King Ryus are immune to insta-death.
Yeah, they're not as squishy as the eggs are. Yeah. Not as easy to poach.
Yeah, unfortunately. Palom going down. So again, it's going to be death by 1,000 cuts here.
Palom goes down, and he actually revives him. I would have thought that once he hit the ground, he was just going to stay there, and then he was going to use the damage dealers to deal the damage. But it looks like because his Berserk output's kind of low, he wants every nuke he can get. Also, he needs to nerf somehow.
Yeah, so that's probably the thinking there is let's nerf. Hopefully not hit Porum. And hits Yang this time, so definitely a good play there in regards to that.
Mm-hmm.
We do see grinding again on the other 3 streams there, so nothing new and exciting to report there. Palom surviving by the skin of his teeth there, about 400 HP. Porum there. Again, a bit more of a dicey fight, but so far still hanging in there. I would say it's Nightdew's fight to lose at this point. But we will see what happens. But he's been pretty good. He got really unlucky with the Porum there, and he is in the Meteor phase, so it is really his race to lose at this point. There's enough damage done in regards to that really, unless a very unfortunate series of events occurs, I anticipate him winning.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything standing in his way now. He's ready to deal the last blow here, and even if he wasn't, likely he could die and restart the fight and still finish before everyone else. They're not even on the final save point here yet. And there we go, GG.
GG to Nightdew, who wins an official SRL time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 26 seconds. And he will gain 4 points towards the round of 8 matches. And definitely well done to him there. On a seed like this, 121, pretty good, I would say.
There wasn't... He knew what he needed to do at every point. He knew he needed to grind to pass some of the overworld bosses early, and he knew that he needed a white mage very desperately. So he found what he needed. He kept Rydia to help his grind out, and made a lot of really good decisions.
for those in chat wondering, everything to do with the tournament, the league info is in the MooBot link there, right at the bottom. I'm not sure if we're going to get Nightdew in for an interview. Let's just see here. Yep. Lamia grind plus egg grind equals 1 victory. So
121 was, I think, amazing time for this seed. It was just, it was one of those ones that you just, everything you want to do doesn't quite work out, and you have to adapt on the fly so many times.
It was definitely a sloggy kind of seed. Nothing happened quickly. That's for sure. So very well played.
Early crystal.
Yeah, definitely well played. Like you look at this, and there's going to be what five key items for Nightdew, and then the time of 121, you would think things would have been a lot different, but that's how it goes sometimes in Rando.
Mm-hmm. He actually only has 4. He didn't pick up the Legend Sword, I think. Everyone else did. Yeah, he's got 4.
Right. Yep. And the battle for second is still on. Still very important. Three huge points at stake. Dragondarch definitely wants to get those 3 points to stay alive in the tournament. Couch wants those 3 points to continue staying up near the top of the standings. Same with Eizan, wants 3 points as well, and they're all very close to each other at this point.
Yeah, it'll come down to how soon are they going to feel comfortable to fight the boss, how well their grinds go, and how well their fights go. That's a huge factor. Made it look easy, but Zeromus can, even though you know exactly what he's going to do, he can always just go just a little sooner than you want, or just do something slightly different than what you're thinking he's going to do and wipe your whole party.
And welcome, Nightdew. Congratulations on your first place finish, 121.26. GG.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Definitely a very sloggy kind of seed. Tell us and tell the viewers out there your thought process. We're curious that you grinded Lamias on ordeals. Just tell me why you thought that was going to be a good play.
I had learned before. We didn't have really clear item. I think we already knew Crystal at that point. I'm not sure, but I had watched, I want to say it was either Invenerable or Couch himself, who I stole that from, and that the early game is so much easier when you have Palom with Quake, especially if you end up following that hook, doing something Quake just wins the early game. So I'm thinking, okay, I've got Yang, he's level dependent, and I'm thinking, okay, I've got Sirens and Mysidia. I don't need this Rune Axe. Let's just get Quake right now and trivialize everything going forward. That was
definitely very huge, and it played a huge part in why you pulled ahead and why you ended up with the victory. So definitely shoutouts to whoever decided to show that to you on stream, and definitely good for employing it there, because you had your Palom wrecking with Quake, and basically just, it was a slog, but you were face rolling wherever you could. So definitely good there. Your thoughts on the seed in general?
I mean, like you said, it was kind of that initial slog. I mean, as soon as I saw something like Baron and Baigen, I knew I had kind of made at least a good play there, just kind of rolling through it. I mean, as soon as I see Fabul Crystal, I'm like, oh no, here we go. And I'm thinking, okay, well, ordeals, maybe I can dodge this hook, and it comes up with darkness. Had I found a healer on the moon, I probably never would have left the moon.
No, fair enough. We did see you kind of go back and forth and try and figure out exactly what you wanted to do. So definitely shoutouts to there. Your thought with the end party there against Zeromus, it was a bit of a clinchy fight there, it seemed at times. So just walk us through your thoughts at that point.
Well, if you saw me running around like a chicken with my head cut off right before the finale there, that was me trying to remember which shop had Bacchus. I had it narrowed down to... I'm sorry, say again?
That's what you're looking for. I thought maybe you're looking for Cure 3, some sort of safety item.
Oh yeah, Cure 3s would have been nice too, but I knew it was somewhere on the overworld, and I think I narrowed it down to like Kaipo or... because I just never found it. I knew I had bought a bunch, but I had been running myself really close to no money for most of the season. I'm gonna guess I probably left it in Cave Evelyn, and I just probably bought everyone I could there. So, especially the beginning, Zeromus only had eyes on the counter nuke for poor and while I did transfer the TR and the Crystal Band over, I wasn't really keen on seeing how she could hold up to a maxed out Big Bang. So, that was definitely a little bit of touch and go. I'm glad I had a couple people to play Chemist there, even though I didn't have the Cure 3s to do it, but it was entirely clinchy, yes.
Absolutely. Bacchus was in Cave Evelyn.
Yep.
Just and it's tough. Like you said there, you're running around trying to remember, okay, I was here, I was there. Where did I pick up these items that I picked up probably about an hour ago and I don't even remember? So definitely any final thoughts? When is your next match?
I believe my next match is on the 10th. Let me look up who my opponents are. One quick moment here. Okay, but definitely on this Friday. I'm missing 2 community races for this. No, it's all fine. Let's see. On the 10th RPG Limit Break. Oh yes, that's our match of death between myself, Silverfire Kirchen, and Demarin. Probably one of the we're calling it the best match on the docket here. But yeah, that's going to be utterly crazy. So I'm very happy to walk in there with a first place finish.
Nice. So everyone in chat, make sure you follow Nightdew14 here on Twitch. He's definitely a great runner of this game, a bunch of other games, I'm sure. And hate to cut you off at this point, but we do have Couch coming in. We have all of our runners coming into Z at this point. So
awesome. I'm going to tune in and see how this all rolls out. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks some by Nightdew, and again, congratulations on the win.
Great run, man. Congratulations.
So definitely right now a clinchy fight for second with Couch, just a bit ahead of Eizan. Party composition, I believe, the same. So it will definitely come down to who Zeromus decides to target.
This is interesting. So we see Couch here. He leveled up a bit more than Eizan, but he's running with Sid in the center to get the extra bonus to accuracy. Whereas Eizan actually put Tella in the center due to his low agility to try and get a better relative agility with his party against Zeromus, so he'll get more turns.
Yeah.
So we'll see
I believe Couch went to Porum to 2k HP. I don't anticipate Couch nerfing any Big Bangs, because that's usually how he plays things, just from what I've seen in the past.
He's going to tank them and move on and Cure 4 and not worry too much about that first nuke against Tella, probably.
No. And also DD rolling into the Z fight. We see his Tella super low, but his other character's super high, so I don't really anticipate he might go by them. It's definitely possible.
It could be. It looks like he killed off Tella while he was grinding to get a better agility anchor going. I don't know if he got the optimal level or if he just left him really low. But if everything goes really well for him, he could pass him up. He's definitely behind at this point, but not by a ton.
No. So this is very hype. Second place and 3 very important, huge points on the line for our runners here. It could be the difference between advancing and having to potentially play in one of those play-in games where you get a really, really awesome seed number, like 16 or worse. Not 16, 8, I should say, in regards to that. No, Mew was never in FF4, Stasi. The great Scala Kitty has added over 250 sprites to this game with the Z flag. So definitely shout outs to her for all of her work. As we do see, right now everything appears to be going into plan. It looks as though Eizan is nerfing Big Bangs as Tellus seems to have survived. So, and he's going reflect strats. So if he can burn down, what is it, 61,000 HP?
60 or something like that.
Yeah. Could definitely finish second with those reflect strats, as basically the way it works, there's an HP refill, but that refill is not triggered due to reflect damage. So
he does have a Berserk Yang going though, so I don't know if he does to do that. You need to not hit him after dealing 45,000 damage and 61,000 to get the refill skip. So if you have a Berserk party member, it's a little harder to do that. You can kind of try and time it. Usually if you have 3 people that can cast really big spells, but it might be tough. But I mean, he's still doing a ton of damage with his white spells and his nukes. So,
and a very comical Cure 4 there, I believe, from Tella, doing something in the neighborhood of 45 health refill.
He does not get very many stats as he levels.
No, I believe actually his stats go in reverse. I've heard.
There's a couple that do early on, but it's not. It's more of a meme than anything. It eventually starts going back up.
Yeah, it was Tella doing that Cure for Supremacy. I wasn't hallucinating 50. So much hype. I don't even know what to do here. Palom's down and Tella's down for DD. Porum's down and Tella's down for Couch.
DD wants Tella to be dead. He's just gonna leave him on the ground for the rest of the fight. He's just using him as an agility anchor, and his turns that come up is just gonna slow him down from doing the rest of his work. So he's fine with that. And it looks like Couch is has the same mindset here.
Yeah, and definitely a proper mindset in regards to that. Big Bang there. Palom's probably going to go back down again, unfortunately.
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if DD just lets the 2 Berserkers finish the fight for him.
No, that's something I would probably do in the same situation at this point. You've done what you can, and just hope that RNG will be in your favor. But now that Black Hole has been reactivated on his side, he might have a problem there. It's so tough watching all this action.
And we see Eizan kind of coming up ahead here. He's got the first Meteo. Oh, and he's down. The extra large spells at the end there really turn the tables.
Absolutely. GG to EizanTayama with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 6 seconds. So GG to him.
Everyone's in the Meteo phase now. It's very close.
DD in the Meteo phase? Couch in the Meteo phase? Wow. This is...
Oh, and DD pulls ahead of Couch to ring it in, at least on my screens.
Yeah.
I don't have SRL up. 1 second.
Yeah, no. DD in there with a time of 1:35.37. And unfortunately, that leaves Couch in 4th place. And he does have Zeromus down, or Mumus down, in a time of 1:35.49.
Only 12 seconds separate 3rd and 4th place. That's insane considering the seed. Just
how,
wow.
Yeah, that's that big damage from Eizan definitely making the difference. He slid under there. Couch maybe just getting some unlucky rolls.
Couch, having the strongest party by a decent margin here. He grinded the most out of anyone and wasn't able to. He lost a bit of time, not even very much, just 30 seconds or so in the last boss fight, and that's what did it.
No, exactly. 43 seconds separating 2nd from 4th. That's definitely it's a tough finish. That's what I'm gonna say. Definitely a crazy seed for all of them. I'm not sure how we want to roll this. If we want to bring them all in, or
yeah, you go ahead. Not too much for the both of us, but what a race.
Yeah, definitely a true photo finish, Scala. You're absolutely right. Let me just see here. Yeah, definitely amazing job to all the runners. It was a very, very trolley seed. It handed you basically all the tools you needed and said, good luck with the characters, basically.
Yeah. We're finding that fabled third condition for Go mode, which is having some way to keep your characters alive. Not always given to you for free.
Just waiting on seeing what we're going to do here. Pull everyone in or not. End it here. I'm going to take this opportunity just to watch to see where all the other items were in regards to that. I'm curious to where the pass might have been.
Yeah, even finding the pass randomly on some dead end would have been interesting, since everyone had to walk down. You know, the walk down is probably a few minutes, right? Whereas the pass is basically free. So
yeah, well, it wasn't with Rydia's mom, so that's always a good thing. And music was on the moon with Bahamut, so.
Rudy's mom having the pink tail with the early hook, that would have been really nice, but who knows where the Mist Dragon was. Pass was first item in the tower.
Yeah, that was definitely not happening.
No. Oh, Dark Imps in the Feymark, that could have been an easy fight to gamble on, but no one decided to go that way.
Lukaki and the Lunar Dragon spot.
Okay, it doesn't look like anyone is looking to do an interview. But thank you all for watching. It's been a good race. There's lots more to come. Something like 80 races this month in the league, between the 32 people that made it through the league qualifiers.
Yep, still a ton of matches. So just again, a final shout out to everyone behind the scenes, to Supremacy, doing the tracking. Had a bit of an easy job this time, but definitely appreciate all of his hard work there. Shout outs to Scala Kitty, who works behind the scenes to make all the magic happen, make all these streams work. To all 4 of our runners who have come out, so appreciate all of them. So make sure you give all of them a follow.
And let's not forget this Nits guy, number 1.
Yeah, and let's not forget this obdajr, who basically is pretty good at this game and is pretty good at a lot of games. So make sure you give him a follow. He's a stand-up guy and a great streamer. So just wanted to thank you all for coming out again. Follow all those people. They're great. There's going to be a million more races than you know what to do with. So definitely also make sure you follow our PG Limit Break. Follow is always free. And that will let you know whenever they go live. And you can definitely see more races here. The majority of the races Good night.